Subscribe for your girl Obi Cole.
It's a new day in Biggie's house. The day away going to Jason. More like hello. Jason went like, hi, beautiful. You have Kola, Mide, bride going to the kitchen. Bride cooked for Kola and Mide. Later, Mide telling Dede that the food is not nice. Dede telling her, if it is bride that cooked it, enjoy it with love. You also have Queen going to the kitchen to also cook for himself and Dede. Now, Sultana goes to the kitchen to cook for Jason, herself, and Doris. Oh my God, a hurry. Don't drag Kola finished. So apparently, Kola Bright were in an early morning conversation after morning exercise, and he said, this person that I'm in competition with for Dede's attention, if it was you, Bright, I wouldn't be hurt. At least you are finer. From that sentence, it's more like, okay, Jason, no, fine. But did I personally, as VanperpyGold, hear that? No, all I heard was Bright, you are finer. And in between the conversation, it was too little, the sound. So Biggie even wanted him to ace his microphone. It means Biggie was super interested in whatever just he got going on and lowering his microphone. And he said, okay, now it will be one-sided to want to crucify boy. Can he say that yes? Can he not say that yes? He is a fine man. Jason equally a fine man. Internet people now comparing Kola to Jason, saying that if not for money, who is Kola to compare himself to the dark man with charisma, steez, and aura? They both intelligent men, and none of them carry them a bow for morning porridge, like, okay, I'll make you give me a bar for lunch or dinner. They all have ways of feeding themselves. And if people want to base it on previous things that boy has said, more like women, they chase me, who is Dede, I'm down with her, and the man dems, and I got money. I don't like people calling me Kola money and things. You could know that maybe he kind of feel body. But that is a man grieving. So in between the lines, he's allowed to some way, somehow say what you want to say. Though I wouldn't say that. But once I didn't hear for a fact, I think people might be cooking on the young man's head. You have Jason coming down, and as he was descending, the day was downstairs, the stairs, watching him from up. He comes down, they held hands, and boy went like, "It look fine," oh. And girl said, like always, don't forget this morning, they woke up wearing a new jacket of Jason, and their dynamics don't play. She invades his wardrobe like, no, there could be something. You go on Twitter, people were even trying to ascertain, why does she invade his closet? Why does he have so many jackets? And more like, I picked for two. I don't know. Why does it fit Dede so well? Is it that their relationship is so new, people did not know on the outside, including their family members? Anyway, that is just by the way, we could all be cooking. So you have Jason going closer to Dede pulling back until they got to where Faith, Kola, and Bride were seated. And boy went like, you too fine, you looking good, you smelling good. Girl said like always, baby. And you have Kola watching them, Bride watching them, Dede making a 360 around Jason, and also using her side eye to watch that girl. The next thing is Jason just left. You have Gigi in a conversation with them for the group wager. The next thing we see is Dede holding on to Jason for support. Like they were both looking down, more like Dede had a problem with her slippers, and Jason putting his hand by Dede's waist for support until she was okay. They had a conversation. The next thing I heard was Dede say, "You don't give me just today." And boy said, "Oh, you slept alone." For him to respond like that, it means he knew what Dede wanted. They go that outside, right? Then they were having their own convo. The next thing is Dede being like, "Hey, today I saw you cuddle." I'm like, you know, do be this. And immediately somebody needed Jason's attention, so he couldn't respond to Dede, who was asking her, what happened when you cuddled, because I saw you. So after Jason responding to whoever camera did not capture, Dede went like, the phone say, "They hear me, I don't gist you finish, you know one gist." I said, "I saw you cuddle." She repeated it about 3 times. Boy went like, yes. That is the gist I want to give you. Girl said, then let's go. So they were leaving where camera was focusing on them to go to another place to discuss the gist. Camera followed them to the living room where the two decided to just, according to Jason, he says, "I know you slept alone." Girl said, "No be that one I want to see." Boy said, "You know, when I left the island, I came to the mainland." So because of Jason, island, mainland is being a narrative in the house. And when I came, my friend Dinari offered me a bed. But that one self, I got things on, you know. So I requested to be with this young lady, and she wholesomely accepted. So that is it. So that is my new place. And girl said, you cuddled, but it didn't get bad, right? Yesterday she used that same word by the snooker, that it didn't get bad. Boy said pardon, because she wanted to whisper until she made it clear. Boy said, no, don't be saying these things here. And today she said it again, and boy said, I will come and grace your bed. Girl now from Shakara, don't come. Boy, I'll come now. I don't need invitation. I will be there. Girl has long told him that if na bed be the problem, I don't get bigger bed. And immediately boy understood it. You have Gamboski in a conversation with Girl Jita, and it's about their ship and how girl feels, I like you so much, but because this is a game house, we need to relive this relationship. We start afresh when we go out. Boy said, let me assure you, I really like you, and to treat you as a lady, we will redo this whole thing over again. You have going after 7 Dede breakfast in the morning, looking for the day's help, and Dede saying, waiting you want now? Boy said, I don't know. Girl said, if you don't say it, I'm going. Then boy just can't across there, and she went like, you don't want me leaving, what is it? And boy was using the H factor thing again. Girl went like, I've taught you, don't say it this way, you don't influence me, finish. What is it? And boy said, I need you to help me select what I'll be wearing. And girl said, and where is it? Is that what you need? And camera moved, because okay, so this is what he wants from her. And simultaneously, as the day was up with Queen, you have Jason also with Sultana, and this whole thing with Faith. According to Jason, me I be a spaceship, I no get ship. I just wanna have vibe, and I wanna respect who I'm with. Nobody will drag me from your bed unless you tell me make I no come sleep here. I got my bed, I'm not giving it out to anyone, but I am not also leaving your bed for any other person. I'm not here for ship. I just want to be me. People should leave me and not cook on my head. And he laughed, and the young lady laughed, and he said, I said, they come to the mainland. I don't want to make enemies. If things go be like this, make away my HOH commodity go no wahala. Indirectly letting Sultana know it can be just vibes. Deliberately, respectfully, being around her, being around Dede, and playing his game. You have them enjoying food time, and you have a blue boy looking at Dede. More like, waiting you gist with that guy. That's why they did look at him, Jason. Boys, I never mentioned them now. Then they laughed, and they had their own conversation and asking her how she is with regards to the Kola situation. She said this house, information moves faster than fact. And she just want to do her day. And officially there's diary room session, you know. In no particular order, Biggie called Faith. So Faith goes in saying that he thinks Emissy is smart. With the portrait Biggie brought, that girl beautiful as hell. And yesterday, looking at her change her hairstyle, that girl is in for a real game. And then character she's living on the show is the character of an actress, and according to him, this Jason boy just come from the island, just as Jason would say, came to the mainland and took a sport. And he has noticed that when Sultana is super cold, she curves her feet. That means she's cold, and these are details that he has noticed about her that Jason self know. And he got closer to Sultana because the first 2 nights that he was in the house, he found it very difficult to sleep. Then somehow they began bonding, and he slept with her for the first night, and it was super comforting, and he could sleep. From that day, when Jason was on the island, he was there. So he's also blaming himself for his ego. He kind of felt intimidated by Jason to some extent, thinking that maybe that boy won't do shakara, but that is not it. He says Sultana told him, sit down, let's talk. Sultana was hurt with him doing media rounds, but the young lady was sat. But his ego didn't permit him. It be now that he's reasoning around that girl was pissed off with me, but she was still sat. She kept saying, sit, let's talk, sit, and I wouldn't. And I was standing above her, and people kept coming in and being like, what's happening, what's happening? So he feels he's at fault, but still does not want Jason on that bed. He says Jason rules with the day by day. He wanna warm Sultana'S bed by night. He talked about Emissy telling him there are 4 fake housemates in the house, and he's beginning to freak them out. I'm like, boy, you don't miss your purpose. Biggie called Sultana. Sultana wanted to go pee-pee. Biggie pissed off with Sultana. I think he is gonna punish her later. You have Biggie now calling Jason, and Jason talked about himself, how competitive he is, and when he gets to arena, he gets a new different energy. He talked about how his group did not win, but it's part of the game. He feels he did not challenge himself enough to win the second HOH because there was this thing lingering in his mind. Why do I need to win it and not let others win it? And when that thing got to his mind, he slowed down. He's hoping to win next week. He said, I might be winning again. And that is the narrative I would want to put out there. I am not here for noise. I am here to win and go. You have the day next followed, and she talked about her dynamics with Kola and how Kola wanted her to look like the villain and him the victim, and said from day one she has politely in a way made all those around her know that I got something going on the outside. If you don't catch this memo and you catch feelings for her, she's not supposed to be blamed, and she feels Kola is not the victim. She's making this emphatic statement because her friend Dede said that boy might be liked and you could be in trouble. See how he carries 77 shoes for here. Sabrina Thelma will say that boy don't reach, and maybe people could be liking him. So they also cleared the conversation between Koyin, Sabrina, and Jita. Boy talked about the number of movies he's directed, the number of movies he's role played. He's even on Netflix. I've been watching his movies a couple of days now. He's been flashing on my timeline. And he's super intelligent. And as this conversation are going on, some people are also beginning to feel like, oh, okay, this is the ship the show wanted to pin on our neck. They did Queen, but people feel that ship is brother sister kind of ship. Others are like, come on, they go joy, it is just 2 years gap. Others feel no, it will not work. And Jason rather could be more like buddies and friends, and they call in Kola's relationship with Dede as spirit husband, but I bet to differ. They are all there to play games. So this morning it's been super chills and cozy in Biggie's house with everybody trying to navigate their way. Jason getting heat day in day out on the show because of this Dede dynamics. It's either he's fully aware of what he's going in for or he catch no clue. If I'm to put money on it, he is fully aware of the game he is playing in Biggie's house. Fight don't pow. Is there a day that there will be no fight? So Avatar cooks for the house, where you have some people they form say the 8-9s, including the assistant HOH, and you have HOH supporting her, and Avatar saying you will not bully me. So this girl has been calling me auntie and thing. Then they call him a kid, and you have big Soso coming in support of her. So it's beginning to feel like gang. You have even Mensa going to the diary room feeling like something is not right, and even he himself he feels for Avatar because when they started the show, they vibe around certain kind of housemates, and low-key they are all dissecting them, and with him he's even feeling mommy, like boy miss mommy but does not want to go home. If there is opportunity, he wants mommy to know I'm hanging in here. And Ella goes to the diary room saying that she finds it quite unfortunate that people feel she's a troublemaker. She's just being her true self. When she auditioned, she was told to be herself, and she doesn't know where the chakra is coming from. You have Thelma saying that Kaikumi was made an assistant because when she was battling it out with Jason, she saw Isabella support Jason and not her. So the moment she got a nod and she won, she went like, I'm coming for your man. On another hand, she also wanted to give boy Kaikumi the chance to have a different script, more like an intelligent young man who not just the follow woman around Backford Center. Rude Boy requested that Biggie plays his music when he went to the diary room. He was super grateful because Big Brother had pleasant things to say about him. And Sultana missed her diary session because she was in the kitchen. She said she wanted to use the washroom. A conversation she's now having with some housemate. They want to know her status with Faith. And girls say, Faith are my friend. But Missy likes Faith. I don't like the drama. Last Saturday party, Missy was a lot with anybody who went closer to boy Faith. You also have outside conversation where Rude Boy is just in Big Soso that Bright's baby girl Mide did not like Bright's breakfast. According to Big Soso, so these girls they form body. Gone are the days. Like a man willingly does something, you should really appreciate it. Dede in a conversation with Koyin, and Koyin said he wants to tell her something, and girl said say it. But boy was eyeing the next person who was there, culture. So boy looked outside, Dede looked outside, and boy said, can we go out? Dede went like, is it not drizzling? And boy was looking at Dede, and Dede went, okay, go check. If it is not drizzling, we can go. So he went to check, and they stepped outside. Housemates are having the next task, right? They're looking good in lemon green. The next thing I saw was Jason super pissed off. Dede crying and following Jason. The two ended up at the kitchen and Jason covered his face. And for him to do that, it means he's emotional about something. And you have Dede sat and picking a pillow, and Jason did not pick the pillow, so Dede rested her arm on it, whilst you could see tears around her nose area. And I don't know, it could be phlegm. Dede fidgeting with the squid cube, you can call it that puzzle, and she super hurt, but she cannot move away from Jason. The next thing is Dede told Bride that she feels something is off with Dede. She excused herself to go check her out, and Dede said, oh, nothing. So from Dede, who was quite crying and emotional, could not talk to Jason, but could not move away, is now putting up a smile, saying, there is nothing, I'm just going through this so stress of my first fish and my second fish, my first son and my second born. You know, the first one stressed me and everything that has happened. With my second son, he has not stressed me. He doesn't know much. I'm just helping him come out of his shell and navigate through this game. But something is not just right, and I must as well be a vegetarian and not go look for fish, if that is what will make everybody happy. Who are the everybody? Anyway, you have Kola looking late, and Emisi and Soso saying that, wow, you are the freshest, and he feeling embodying. You have him in a conversation with Sultan, Sabrina, and it is all about the dynamics of the house and how he should keep looking fly and get that babe if that's what will make him happy. You also have the house in an unanimous decision deciding that they will be sleeping outside tonight, enjoying the moon. And another thing is the housemaid proud to come into Biggie's house. They were asked, what is the one thing that if you are allowed to sneak in, you sneak in? And some were thinking of notepad, storybook, and phones. Majority were thinking they would need a doo-doo, sex toys to get and fill them about the year. But that's what's going on in Biggie's house with boy Cable Ball and his dynamics with Isabella beginning to be sweet. Even Emisi drawing closer to Cable Ball, but that one was Senam and deliberately ignoring her somehow. They've been rehearsing for their wager, another fight where Thelma wanna shut down on girl Tracy, and girl say, you don't get to do this to me. So far, we've also seen girl that is Jetta smear toothpaste inside Rude Boy's shoes, and he's not having it, and he had a conversation with Jason about it. Adios.